Sorry for the delay. As you can see, things have changed a little bit around here. This is actually a room next to one of the last videos I was in that was bright orange. We've been doing a lot of painting lately. You can see my rock room is finally starting to come back together, so I'm pumped. You may also notice BIY T-shirts. You can get yours. Link is in the more info section down below. But yeah, I heart homebrew. Oh yeah! We actually had these, I debuted them at the Cedar Rapids Beer Nuts Homebrew Festival on October 12th, which was just this past Saturday. So if you were there and got them, thank you very much. If you weren't there and didn't get them, you can pick them up both online, link down below, as well as at, actually at our shop. So, but you may have noticed this video started out with a little something special. This is it. The Imperial Stout we brewed up in January, I believe, so been aging 10 months. I have gotten so many emails about this beer being like, how was it? How fast did you drink it? Blah, 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 blah. Well, this is it. It's been aging that entire time. Very lightly carbonated. I was shooting for, you know, English style, low carb, and being that it's also about 10.25 or so % alcohol, so 10 1/4 ABV. It doesn't need to be super fizzy. It's a pretty thick beer. You can see it's black as night. Smells awesome. I mean, you get so much of that just dark, stouty, malty aroma. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so without further ado, here we go. Cheers! 10 months in the waiting. It's my baby. Cheers. Alrighty. You can definitely detect the alcohol presence, but it's not hot, if that makes sense. You know, that kind of fusel alcohol-y kind of bite. If you ferment something too hot, or you have like, you know, inmate wine or something like that that's you know, 3 weeks old and it's just like burns. You don't get that at all. No alcohol burn, but you get a little bit of alcohol flavor to it. It had a really nice caramely note to it. If you saw the making of this video, you saw that it was a botched grain bill and there was a ton of caramel and chocolate malt in here. Way more than any standard recipe would probably ever use. I ended up beefing up the base malt so that way it had enough body, alcohol, and basically, so it had a good base to basically turn it into an Imperial Stout is what I did. And it's really nice, actually. Yeah. So it's got, when we did the Party Guile tasting, the second runnings tasting, it's going to be the new thing. It had a super smooth kind of nut brown character to it. That's definitely pronounced in this one. It's got a hint of bitter, though I would not call this a bitter beer at all. I would call it actually a fairly mild. Given its alcohol content and the amount of chocolate and dark caramels that went into here, would it technically be basically like an Imperial mild, which is ridiculous. Flavor-wise, I would say yes, because it's got a really smooth, caramely bite to it. Really sort of smooth, roasted character, but not dry like an Irish Stout would be. We didn't put any black malt or black patent in here, so it doesn't have that sort of astringent sort of, you know, attack on your tongue. Definitely smooth. Oh, and as it's warming up, the smell and the flavor is changing. Oh, it's really nice, actually. So if you've got a whole bunch of grain and you just grind it up and let her rip, give it a try. I'm definitely happy that I ended up using the 2 packs of yeast in here. I really probably should have done a starter on it, given it was just such a big beer. But knowing we were going to let it age for quite a while, my goal was to make it to Halloween, so I kind of failed my goal by 2 weeks. But it was definitely worth the wait. It's got almost like a barley wine type aroma, but not nearly as hoppy, if that makes sense. Almost Baltic porter type, you know, high grav, super dark malty beer. That would be what this would be. Imperial Stout, I would keep it in that category, actually. That's a pretty accurate descriptor. I'm not sure though, if I were to do it again, would I keep all that caramel malt? Probably not. I'd probably want to have it a little bit crisper. But flavor-wise, that's fabulous. And it's got a real good body to it. Obviously, with that much grain, better. That was one thing I kind of thought about the Party Guile tasting, was that really awesome flavor, and that's one of the quickest beers I've ever drank, but it was a little thin in body, given sort of its dark, you know, brown, almost visual. It's more of an eye clashing with the tongue type thing, but this thing is definitely got all the body. The body definitely went into this. Caramel sweetness was in both of them. Alcohol content, obviously, this is over double. Well, yeah, just over double that the second runnings. So overall, I think it was a pretty successful F-up. Yep. And I'm gonna have to be careful because that's actually going to my head already. I can feel it. But everyone, I hope that this was satiating. I know a lot of you have been waiting to see this. So overall, it turned out awesome. I'm really stoked. I've got a keg of this. But yeah, I hope that this answers some of the questions I've had. I've had a lot of folks asking me, how did it taste? What would you do different? Stuff like that. So I hope that I addressed that. I'm loving its flavor. Like I said, I'd probably tone down on some of the caramel malts just a little bit. Maybe add in a couple ounces or so of a black pat just to maybe give it a little bit more crisp sort of finish. But overall, I'd buy this. I'd absolutely buy this. Alrighty. Well, as always, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for waiting around for this tasting. I know it's been a long time coming. Pick up your t-shirts, BIY Homebrew Supply. Support the shop if you can. If you can't, that's cool too. You know, it's all good. More videos coming up here soon. And yeah, life is good. It's October. It's haunt time. Be expecting some haunted house stuff going on. Dark beer. Dark horror. It's gonna be good. So cheers everyone, thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.